Very surprised to see the Lone Wolf Gary
I tell
Lyons
you what,
back in.
all my crew on the Twitter, all my mates, including that bloke Jace. Oh no, here he comes. Chief told me he was on strike because he hadn't had a blue parking ticket, and I said, Chief, this is you and Duke. You warm him up, and then the Chu Wolf Show just goes nuts. And he said, I'm on strike. But I said, all right, I'll do it, and the Chief and Chu Show can go on. What are you doing? Are you back?
The Chiefs wanted back in.
Is he inferring that we're just a warm-up act, Jim? Is that what he just said?
That's what came out of his mouth. Does it surprise you that comes out of that man's mouth? Or
Well,
not?
given how dominant we were last week without him,
It's a good
I think
point,
it
mate.
speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Oh,
Feedback was extraordinary
I might not
last
come
week.
back at all.
Well, that's the end of the Lone Wolf.
Now, we got a Chu and Wolf helping. Is that
The
where we're at?
Maestro, the Package, Shane Kelly, they're all going around for the Chu Wolf Show. And I tell you what, Chief and Duke probably don't need to hear from them really at half time because they're just real pedestrian line and length. And Chua,
Yes.
you're the one who'll get belted first.
You know what, Gary?
What?
Damo told me last week and he had the chest pumped out. Apparently there was a Chief and Purple show last Friday night in our absence.
There was, in actual fact. And according to all the Twitter, they just said laughable. So let's bring it back to some sort of normality. What I noticed, Chua, early on in this game is that the Carlton Footy Club was slow to pick up on the fact that they had a winner inside forward 50. There was a lot of overuse of the ball by hand instead of kicking the footy in deep. What were the numbers?
It's funny you say that, Gary, because in the first 12 minutes of the game, Carlton 34 kicks to 30 handballs for Hard Yakka.
Almost 1-to-1 ratio.
1-to-1.
You know what? You know who gets most frustrated at that, Chua?
Who's that, Gary?
The forwards.
Absolutely.
Making great position and they keep flipping it round by hands. I would have thought after that, in fact, let me just think, let me go back over my mind. I would have thought maybe 3 marks they took in that time in forward 50.
Spot on, Gary. 3 marks in the forward half for Carlton during the first 12 minutes of that quarter.
Righto. It was clear though. Stop mucking around by hand. We've got winning forwards in Casbolt and Waite. Get it in quick. What happened then? Kicking the ball more?
Gary, spot on again, because since then, the Carlton went at 88 kicks to only 37 handballs.
Hang on. 88 kicks and only 37 handballs. Well, the marks would have gone through the roof. I would be surprised if it was over 20.
The ripple effect, Gary, once again, you're spot on for Hard Yakka. 23 marks inside the forward half of the ground to the Blues.
Chua, this is extraordinary. So it's a simple game. You got winning forwards. Don't muck around by hand. Let's get it in quick. Look, the other thought as I was coming into this game tonight, I was looking at a bloke called Michael Hibberd. Many people have him penciled in as a half-back flanker in the All-Australian team. He's come a long way. A dominant force. I reckon he averaged around 23, 24 possessions a game up till tonight.
Spot on, Gary. 24 disposals.
Righto. So what do you do when you've got a rampaging half-back who's been so important and so influential? You turn to one man and one man only. You turn to Dennis and you say, Dennis, go to that man, put some time into him and take him out of the contest. What's the effect? What's the Dennis effect?
The Dennis effect is he's played on him for 89% of the game, Gary.
Yep.
Stripping it back, Hibberd's number 1 in the comp for effective kicks.
Yep.
He's only had 2 tonight, up to half-time.
Hang on. Repeat that. Dennis went to him. When Dennis got to him, he was number 1 in the comp
For effective
for
kicks.
effective kick. Number
Correct.
1 for
In
effective
the whole
kicks.
competition, yep.
Dennis went to him. What happened?
He's only had 2
2 kicks.
for the entire game.
It's unbelievable. Well, if that isn't a return to form of the Chu and Wolf Show, one of our all-time best performances, I would have thought. So, stripped it right back, simplified it for everyone listening all around the world. Shane Kelly's sitting in Ireland, he's going, oh no, I was listening to the Chief and to the Duke. I don't know what they're talking about. Now I understand exactly what's going on over there at the MCG for the weekend.
It's one of the worst accents I've ever heard. And it should just be called the Spot On and let me blow some more smoke up Wolf's Shooter Show. That's what it should be called.